How you doing, everyone? Scott here, and I'm back with another update. It's going to be no CDs this week, only vinyl. How this all came about was I went back to the shop where I had my successful dig last week. If you saw my previous video, you'd have seen I was quite successful last week. So I went back to that shop to see if I could pick out the rest of the stuff that I wanted, and it was shut. So I thought, to save it being a wasted trip, I found another shop that I'd never actually been to before, and I was again pretty successful. I've got about 11 albums to show you, and I'm just going to get straight into it. The first one is a single. I don't usually buy singles, but I saw this and I really love this song, and it's the charity single Hearing Aid called Stars, and this was the work of Dio and Vivian Campbell. This was their answer to We Are the World, which was the charity single for African famine relief. So when they kind of made these charity singles, all the rock stars, all the heavy metal guys just got completely shunned by being asked. I mean, Dan Aykroyd got asked to be in it. I mean, so this is actually has a list of people on the front. So you've got the likes of obviously Dio, Kevin DeBrow, Don Dokken, George Lynch, Yngwie Malmsteen, Mick Mars, Vince Neil, Blackie Lawless, Dave Murray, Adrian Smith. The list goes on. So, and then you've got the lyrics in the back, and it explains a bit about how the single came together. On vocal duties you have Dio, Rob Halford, Kevin DeBrow, Jeff Tate, Don Dokken, and all the instruments in between as well. So yeah, I thought I'd pick that up. So that's the first one. Second one I have is Bon Jovi and 7800 Fahrenheit, which I think is actually pretty underrated. I think it's because Slippery When Wet gets all the praise, and then obviously New Jersey came out after it, but this is actually a really solid album, and I think compared to Slippery When Wet, although that had the bigger hits on it and the more maybe radio friendly songs, this is actually the better album. I mean, songs like In and Out of Love, brilliant. Only Lonely, great song. King of the Mountain, brilliant song. Silent Night, Tokyo Road, Hardest Part is the Night, Always Run to You. I mean, there's brilliant songs on this album, and I think it just kind of gets passed over a wee bit compared to the later stuff. So that's that one. Inside you have lyrics and a band montage photo. So that's that one. But I did have to get Slippery When Wet, the original, and I mean, this shop, the prices in this shop were unbelievably good. I've been looking for this album on eBay and the likes, and to get this album you're looking at like £15 upwards, and I bought this for £6, and it's in VG Plus condition, and I was blown away by the prices at this shop. Inside you've got the lyrics and band photo, and when I compare this to 7800 Fahrenheit, it does have the more popular songs: Living on a Prayer, You Give Love a Bad Name, Wanted Dead or Alive. But after that, I mean, you've got songs like Raise Your Hands and Social Disease, which I think are quite decent. But the opener, Let It Rock, I do not like. Without You, I don't like. I'd Die For You, I don't like. I mean, apart from Raise Your Hands, side 2 could be deleted, in my opinion. I mean, it does get all the praise, but it's not all that, I don't think. So, but I'm happy to pick it up for that price anyway. Next up I have Y&T and Mean Streak. I actually love this cover. It's such a good cover. And I've been looking for this for ages as well, in good condition. This comes in a standard sleeve. So that is Mean Streak. I think this is 1983. Next up, a bit more hair metal, and it's Keel, The Final Frontier. And again, this is another one that I've been looking for ages, but the covers are just in such bad condition. I just thought, although it was cheap, I thought I'll just end up buying another one because I won't be happy with the condition. So I kind of held out, and I went into this shop and they had this for £5. So I'm not going to complain with that. And again, just the standard sleeve. Next up I have an album that is in mint condition, and like I said, the prices in this shop just blew me away. This is White Lion and Big Game, and I got this for £5.50 in mint condition. 1989, and this has got the songs on it like Little Fighter, Broken Home, Radar Love, and Cry for Freedom. So it's a really, really decent album. I've got this on CD as well. And you've got lyrics and credits and band photo. And Mike Tramp's voice is phenomenal, I think so. Next one up, I have more David Lee Roth and his second solo release, Skyscraper, from 1988. And this has got the song that I first heard David Lee Roth solo stuff, and it is Just Like Paradise, which is just a great, great song. The one thing I would say about this album is the cover sucks. I mean, that is a crap cover. I mean, for a guy like David Lee Roth, that just does not do it for me at all. That is not a cool hard rock 80s album cover. So that's the one thing for me that lets it down. So that's that one. Next up is an album I've been looking for ages. I've found it, but it's either been far too expensive or it's been in just absolute crap condition. Went into this shop, and to my surprise it was £7, and the disc is excellent and the cover is excellent as well, and it's Ratt, Out of the Cellar. Absolutely love this album. Songs like Wanted Man, Round and Round, Back for More, those were the songs that really got me into Ratt. Those were like the first songs I ever heard from Ratt, and I've loved them ever since. This is from 1984. Debut album, so very happy with that one. And this comes on in a standard sleeve. Next up we have another album from 1984, and it's Autograph Sign In Please. And I'm wary about picking up records when they've got either black covers or white covers, because every little mark shows. Like on a black cover, every crease shows. On a white cover, stains and scratches all show. But this is in really, really great nick. And I think this shop kind of has a policy of, if it's below a certain grade, they just don't sell it, because everything I picked up is just in superb condition. And I've said this a million times in this video already, but the prices are just amazing. So I spent yet again a fortune. And this obviously comes with the hit Turn Up the Radio. So happy to pick that one up. And next up is 1987's Love Is For Suckers from Twisted Sister. I think this was meant to be Dee Snider's first solo album, along the lines of Crimson Idol with Blackie Lawless, but again he got pressured into making it a Twisted Sister record, and I think this was the downfall of Twisted Sister. I'm sure this is the last album before they broke up. But it's actually a really good album, and I don't think they play much from this album in their stage shows, but it's got really, really great tracks on it. I don't know if this is the original sleeve, but I don't think it is. But this one's blank. Yeah, I'm kind of going through a wee Twisted Sister kick now. It's like I get a band in my head and I just can't get rid of it until I buy the stuff that I need. So, yep, Twisted Sister. Next up is a band I'd heard of a million times, but I'd never really followed on from that. And it's Kingdom Come. So I picked up their debut album, self-titled, from 1988. This features James Kotak on drums, who later played with the Scorpions, and again just on standard sleeve. And just your average hard rock. I mean, I wouldn't say it didn't blow me out the water, but it's still really decent. Picture of the band in the back. And again, the prices were just stick it in the bag. So that's that one. Second last one, we have an English hair metal band called Wrathchild. I'd never heard of these guys before, so this was a bit of a blind buy. But I kind of went on their photo in the back. Looked like a bit of a hair band. So, and it's actually quite decent. It's not brilliant. Maybe if I'd heard it, I might not have bought it, but it is a gatefold. And you get the album in one, which comes on black vinyl. And what I didn't realise when I bought it was you get a free single with it. But it comes on this really cool purple vinyl, if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I didn't realise until I got home that it came in this purple vinyl. So, but like I said, it's not brilliant, but it's very listenable. I quite like hair metal anyway, and it's quite easy to listen to, so it's pretty decent. And my last one is probably the one I'm most proud of over my dig, and the one I paid the most for, and it's Vain and No Respect from, I think, 1989. Obviously with lead singer Davy Vain, who was known to be a producer before he formed Vain. He produced or co-produced Death Angel's Ultraviolence before he went on to form Vain. And I mean, it is kind of, I would class it as glam metal, but it's a bit more, for 1989 it is more raw, it's a bit more gritty than some of the more polished albums that were coming out at that time. When you think of like Warrant and White Lion, White Snake, they were all very polished by that time, and these guys kind of came in and just thought, no, I think we'll go in how it started, a bit more gritty, a bit more sleazy, and the lyrics are a bit deeper, if you know what I mean, compared to your average hair metal band lyric about drugs and partying. It is does go a bit more deeper than that, I think. So I really enjoy it, and I'm very glad to pick it up, and it's, I would say, in near mint condition. So that's that one, Vain. So that's the end of my update. Thanks again everyone for watching. Thanks to my new subscribers. and I'll be back soon. Cheers, guys.